just want the people to have a good time at the restaurant. I think that's the main factor, our goal every day. Everyone have different point of view about food in Korea, but we're trying to kind of focus on pleasing the guest. And that's my philosophy, very straightforward. I want people to have a good time, but there's a certain narcissism that's involved with chefs. I think every chef has certain way they want to be exact, kind of like OCD. Start with the ingredient, trying to find the best ingredient possible. For me, it's not really about the price. It is business, but first and foremost, I think I want to handle the best ingredient possible, and that translates to giving the guest the best experience possible. I think choosing the right ingredient is the first. So I try to focus on many different techniques, the fermentation and preservation, and highlighting the ingredient, and also using fire, natural fire, like with the natural wood and charcoal to make the flavor shine. First one is abalone taco. Is one of our signature dish. Abalone in Korea, there's three different islands that abalone grows, and it's about the current of the water. Slower the current, softer the texture of abalone. So the softer texture of abalone, we'll shuck it and we grill it, and then we make taco out of it with yuba skin, soy milk skin. Another dish is jingpyeon, but it's inside the lemon, so we call it lemon jingpyeon. Very traditional, the makgeolli rice cake, but we wanted to put a little twist in it, make it interesting, make it more flavorful. So that's the second dish. Third one is crispy tile fish, but the highlight of that dish is how we ferment the vegetable and make it into a sauce. So it's similar to a lot of Chinese cuisine of like a crispy, maybe you would say orange chicken or 탕수육, but it's just our way of making different sauce and using different technique, and that's the little dish. It's very long, I know. Cooking for me was an accident. My cousin, who when I was lost, not sure what I'm gonna do with my life, my cousin recommended, or she saw culinary school when she was driving by, so she just mentioned to me. So I went to the culinary school, and it's fascinating for sure. They guarantee the job after graduation. It wasn't because I loved cooking or anything when I first started, but it ended up being that way. But it kind of grew on me. It wasn't there from the beginning. Luckily, I met great mentors that pushed me to the end of like the cliff. That they never really pushed me to fall, but I think I was at the edge and being pushed to be better. So I work harder than other people. I try to work more than other people. Well, I don't think Michelin restaurants are the best restaurants. I think the best restaurants in their category, and every has a different style. Every restaurant has a different style. I think I don't want to categorize Michelin Guide and what they rate is the best restaurant, just to be clear. But for sure, when I moved from San Francisco to Korea, my friends were worried, my guests were sad, my loved ones, like family, they were concerned, and people that don't know me at all, they didn't like it. You know, they thought it was a bad move. They were mocking me. They would say it's a bad choice. But I think in overall, you know, it is based off my life, and I wanted to challenge myself, not just out of curiosity or anything, but I thought in reality, I thought I could make it happen. I had enough, I think, courage. I had enough confidence at what I do as a professional chef. Today, I want to share the book. Title is Great Chef for Friends. Well, there's a lot of different sections here. The sections include the chefs of Friends, obviously the great chefs of Friends. I think that I chose this book because it's how it affected me. and how it affected me is in a way how to, not just how to be a chef, but how to live my life as a chef. This was the book given by my chef at the French Laundry at that time, was Chef Corey Lee. He actually recommended this book to me because it affected him. He said, I don't know the exact reason why, but maybe I was lost. Maybe I wasn't really sure what I'm gonna be as a chef, but I think he wanted to help me out with and give me principles and guidelines to become better chef in his own words. So I took the book, I read it, and I think at that time it didn't really help at all, because what I wanted to do was more recipes and how to work better and how to become better chef. I read it when I became a chef at a restaurant, and I read it. I went back and I read it, and they talk great details about the chef's life and their from their 6 in the morning to 1 in the morning. Their life. They talk about how to build a recipe and how they became the great chef of France, who they are. It's all in the book. It's not a very exciting book, but it's definitely very informative and a guideline to any chefs that are wanting to be better. I think I mentioned it before, there's so much information out there, but before you understand anything about cooking, I think it's important to know the history of where it came from and what made the France what it is today. There are different reasons, but I think the chefs in this book really affected the way everyone in the world right now cooks and how we view the food. It's the beginning of gastronomy, I thought. So this is the book I want to share. Well, I think it's a great time to be a chef, the world that we live in now. They were the only famous chef, and other than that, it was unknown. And people don't recognize their work and how much dedication they put in. But these days, it's very, I think, easier for chefs to, if they have a good idea and they apply the mathematics and their hard work and the dedication, then I think it's easier to achieve what they want, I think. I don't really have plans to, like, extreme plans that I want to achieve at this time. But this book, I think, will clearly tell you that it's not about how far you're trying to go. It's more about daily basis, repetition of things that we do every day. If you focus on that, I think the door would open for other opportunities. And I try not to be greedy about opening different restaurants and making more revenues. I think it's more about daily basis, creating a space for my team, our guests, and everyone that's involved of this restaurant to either grow or have a good time and good experience, whatever that connection might be. I think that's the goal. I don't really have a specific goal for now.